This is such a relief. I've been looking for ways to cut costs these days.
Of course. You know I'm always happy to help. But you do know there are ways to do that without hiring me as your tailor?
I've tried budgeting, but I get overwhelmed and lose steam after a few days. Plus, why pay Big Tailor when I have you? You do know what you're doing, right?
Absolutely. I get it. I myself have had budgeting nerves, but not anymore.
How?
Amber here, your budgeting BFF. Welcome to tailoring your budget to fit your needs. We'll go over different techniques so you can stitch together a budget that fits. First, name your goal. Building savings, cutting costs, getting a better idea of where your money is going.
Definitely cutting costs.
Then, list your expenses and income. Separate your expenses into 2 buckets. Fixed, like bills, rent, loan repayments, and fluid. Think needs and wants, like living expenses and little treats to keep you going.
I always get stuck after I list my expenses.
You're not alone there, but what you didn't know before is you have to choose a budgeting strategy that makes the most sense for your situation. And you're in luck, because I've got 3 favorite budgeting strategies to choose from.
You have favorite budgeting strategies?
Of course I do, Brian. There's 1, traditional budgeting, 2, the 50-20-30 method, and 3, reverse budgeting.
I'm listening.
Traditional budgeting has you lay out all your expenses in a monthly spreadsheet. It can feel restrictive, but sometimes that's what you need to rein in spending. The 50-20-30 method sends your money in 3 directions: 50% for essentials, 20% for savings and debt, and 30% for fun money. If managing this on your own feels overwhelming, consider using a budgeting tool like the one in the Navy Federal mobile app. Reverse budgeting prioritizes goals like paying down debt and saving instead of tracking expenses. But it can be easier to overspend with this approach, so keep that in mind.
Wow, this is much better than off-the-rack budgeting.
Exactly. Designer.
Okay, just to make sure I understand, let's recap. Start by setting specific intentions for your budget and listing your expenses and income.
You got it.
Once you figure that out, you decide which budgeting strategy works best for your goals. Amber's favorites are traditional budgeting, the 50-20-30 method, and reverse budgeting.
It's that easy. Feel better now?
I think so, but how do I look?
Voila. See for yourself.
I'll be adding a tailoring column to my needs budget.
Now that's what I call making sense of your money together. You don't like it? It's some of my finest work.